at any time simply by pressing the red button on your remote control. Let's get on with it now. John MacDonald is our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event, the fight of the night. Please welcome to the ring now the challenger from Roberttown, James Hare.
Well, a fantastic reception for James Hare in easily his biggest fight to date. This is a fellow who's had a very slow-burning career. He's been in the shadows, boxing on undercards, making his way. Tonight, step forward into the limelight, James Hare. He couldn't ask for more in terms of atmosphere in front of his home fans.
He could not to make his first go at a title. This is what he wanted. He wanted to be in front of his home crowd. This is what all fighters want when you're having your first go at winning a title. And it's a good opportunity for him with great fans behind him. And he's coming on well, very good boxer, and he's got to have a good go here.
Hare really is a sweet stylist, as you will see. He's unbeaten in 21 fights, just one draw as a blemish on his record. That was against former British champion Mark Winters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champion and our visitor from Australia, Julian Holland.
Well, Julian Holland is a battle-hardened campaigner from Melbourne in Australia. They call him the Fighting Farrier. He used to shoe racehorses, some of the best horses in Australia, he says. His big win was over Shannon Taylor, the once world-rated Australian. Holland stopped him in 7 rounds to pick up this Commonwealth title, which he defends tonight. This is what the tale of the tape says with this intriguing boxer v brawler confrontation. Holland 4 years older at 29. The Australian is a bit taller and has a reach advantage consequently. Hare right on the limit. Holland nicely inside, which suggests he's prepared very well. Holland a pro for 7 years and Hare for 6. The Australians had more fights, boxed a lot more rounds, and he is more of the puncher of these two. But Hare, I think, will have a technical advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event, the fight of the night. John Shepherd, on behalf of Ringside Boxing Promotions, in association with Prince Promotions and Matchroom Sport, proudly present 12 rounds of boxing for the Commonwealth's Welterweight Championship. Sponsored here by Hustle Roader, Premier Beer, and live and exclusive here on Sky Sports. You've joined us to a packed arena for the very best ringside seat in the business. All the officials have been appointed by the Commonwealth Council. General Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Simon Block, and the area representative is His Honour, Alan Simpson. Timekeeper at the bell from Halifax is Mr. Colin Roberts, and when the action begins, a referee in charge, and without doubt one of the leading referees in the world today, Paul Thomas of Derby. They are the officials. Here are the contestants, and firstly, the challenger. He's fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the grey trunks trimmed with purple, weighing in at 10 stone, 7 pounds, and brings an undefeated record of 21 contests. 20 wins, 9 inside the scheduled distance, and just 1 draw. He's from Roberttown, where he is known as the Lord of the Manor, James Hare. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the champion. He's fighting out of the red corner and wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 10 stone, 5 pounds, 6 ounces. In a 31-fight record, he has 28 wins, 18 inside the scheduled distance, 2 losses and 1 draw. He comes to the ring as the reigning and defending Commonwealth welterweight champion, making his first defense. He's from the Gold Coast by way of Melbourne, Australia. Would you please welcome the glamour with the hammer, Julian Holland. So let's get the action underway then. 12 rounds of boxing for the Commonwealth's welterweight championship.
Okay. In the dressing room, remember to keep your shots on the target area, and remember to listen to my instructions during this contest. Touch gloves, best of luck to both of you.
There's something of the Corinthian about James Hare here. Comes from a middle-class background. He has this nickname now, Lord of the Manor. Lives in a mansion with his parents. He's a shy, self-effacing, likeable character. And a sportsman in every sense of the word. In the grey trunks here, Julian Holland, the defending champion, in the black. Originally from the Gold Coast, around Surfers Paradise near Brisbane, but living these days in Melbourne. Hare's very adept at just switching the angles to land his punches. And Holland was telling me this week, he said, I'm a sharp boxer and I can punch too. This is a step in class for Hare, Ben.
Yes, it is a decent step up in class as his first title challenge, but he's been coming along very well, James Hare. A good mover, you know, good fast reflexes, and he doesn't waste a lot. I think he tends to frustrate a lot of opponents that he's in with.
He's quite elusive, very light on his feet. Oh, good shot there, though, from Holland with the left hook. Wasn't so elusive for that one. I noticed the MC, John McDonald, announced him as the glamour with the hammer, Julian Holland. He seems to have had a lot of nicknames. They used to call him the Gold Coast Golden Boy. Then he was the Fighting Farrier. And now this latest nickname.
Well, it looks as if he likes that left hook. He's trying to find the range with that. It's difficult to get set against a fighter like Hare because he's always on the move.
Well-picked shot. There's a bit of blood around by the eye of Hare. The right eye, not quite sure where that's coming from, whether there's just a little scraze or something. Trying to get a closer look at that.
And maybe it's a bit of damage from that decent left hook that Holland threw earlier in the round.
It's just seeping blood, so an early problem here for Hare. Looks a little bit tentative early on, maybe a little wary of Julian Holland's superior power.
Well, he's got the advantage in power due to the records, but he's also got the height and the reach, Holland.
Little nod of appreciation from Hare to Holland there. That's typical of him. Well, not exactly the start that James Hare wanted in this Commonwealth welterweight title bid. He picked up a cut, and there was a good left hook in there from Holland.
Yeah, that certainly got the attention of Hare. Nice left hook, just got the leverage right. And I'm sure that was the one that gave Hare that little cut on the eyebrow.
Second round. Hare again. It's a little idiosyncrasy of his, just nods at Holland as he comes out for battle. Grey trunks, the fighter from Roberttown, about 7 miles down the road from this arena in Huddersfield. Loss of support. Crowd a bit anxious, I think, in that first round. They could suddenly see that this was obviously going to be no formality for their man. Doesn't really look that loose, does he, early on Hare here? It's almost as if the occasion has maybe just stiffened him up a little early on.
Yes, I think that's probably true. What he needs is a bit of success early, just to start getting, you know, the confidence and the rhythm going.
He really put on a beautiful display last time out against the French African Monet Seika in January.
Holland looks like he may have a bit more than Seika.
This is better from Hare. Just beginning to build up a little rhythm for the first time. He loves to switch hit, doesn't he? Changing stance all the time. The right hand there, though, from Holland, and that just seemed to move the legs of Hare.
Well, that's the second time a right hand in this round has just registered with Hare.
So I think the battle lines are getting drawn here. It's going to be whether the sweet science of Hare can prevail over the extra hitting power of Holland.
Just falling short with his punches here. He's got to commit himself more.
Some decent counters as well from Julian Holland. Good body shot too. Just hasn't slipped into gear yet, really, Hare.
No, he's certainly given Holland a bit of respect, and he needs to step in a bit here if he's going to register and get the shots on he needs to.
Just working behind the jab, but Holland's had the better of the early exchanges. That's the impression that we're forming here at ringside.
Yeah, Hare's pushing out that jab, but he's not really connecting with it. Again, a little flurry, but no real connection of punches.
I want you busier. Pushing back on the back for a little bit. Keep jabbing. Busy, pushing back. Man. Yeah, man, guys.
Well, the second round was a close-ish round, except for the fact that Holland did trouble Hare with a right hand.
Yeah, there was a good right uppercut from Holland. Just getting the stronger shots on. You see the legs, little wobble there, and that certainly registered with Hare.
Third round. And the grey trunks used to be with the Brendan Ingler team, but he was by no means a star in that stable. He moved to Chris Aston 18 months ago. This is by far his highest profile assignment. Will he be good enough? Good right hand again from Holland, who looks confident and strong. Has lost a couple of times. Once on his American debut against Willie Wise, the guy that beat Julio Cesar Chavez. He arrived 1.5 days before that fight, he said. Again, Hare a bit easy to hit, but suddenly he turns the tables on Holland. And listen to the crowd. Suddenly, James Hare finds the punches. That was more like what we saw last time from him.
Yep, that was a lot better. Good counter from here, then turned his man, and a nice little salvo of punches from him, and that might have just given